Hey, what's up guys? You got Ace here, and today I'm bringing you week 5 of the NPL. This week we play against David of the FC Populio. I'm 2-2, and I believe he's 1-3, something like that. Anyway, unfortunately I cannot bring you a team builder for this game. It would just be based off the sets that you're going to see in this game anyway, because I play this game on actually my friend Justin's computer, so I was not able to actually recover my team because he wasn't available to contact. So that's unfortunate, but I'll go through the sets as well as I remember them anyway. So first of all, I have this Miss Magus. This Miss Magus is my best Mega King check. I am Colberberry with Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Will-O-Wisp. And I believe maybe Sub is my last move, I forget. But anyway, this Mon is like my best Mega King check. Even if he's Crunch, I can just be Colberberry and Willow him on the next turn. I can also live a hit from Greninja and T-Bolt him. So Colbert is really nice against this team. And Miss Magus pretty much outspeeds everything except that Gren and the Jolteon. And it has the natural special bulk to eat hits from those anyway. Next I have, I believe this is a SD 3 attacks Glade. I've been bringing this set a lot, but people have had really bulky psychics that they brought against me. So it's usually the best set for me to bring because Mons like Cresselia, I can't do a lot to Glade. Like Moonblast isn't doing a ton. I can just SD in its face and do a ton with. I think I had X Scissors this game. Anyway, that's a Glade set. Thunderous, I believe, is Nasty Plot. Just T-Bolt, HP Ice. Might have had Volt Switch. I don't quite remember. And then this Empoleon is Max Spadef, actually, with leftovers. I don't have Rocks. I actually have Signal Beam to hit Gren because I don't want Gren getting a free switch in. And I think he may be a low kick set for me. I think my set is like Scald, Flash Cannon, Toxic, Signal Beam with max HP, Max Spadef leftovers. This Seismitoad is Fizdef. That's to better take hits from Mons like King and Mons like Donphan. And I have Scald, Toxic, Rocks. I think maybe Knockoff is my last move, I forget, but actually EQ probably. Anyway, Seismitoad there to deal with threats like Jolteon, so it can't Volt Switch on me for free. And then my WinCon, probably Scarf Darm, is able to deal with a lot of his threats late game. Like you see, he has 2 waters on his team, Primarina and Greninja, but both of them take 1,000,000 from Flare Blitz because they're very frail Mons on the physical side. So let's get into the game. I decided to leave with Seismitoad because it has a good matchup against pretty much every Mon except Primarina, and it can get rocks up against pretty much anything. So I do leave with Seismitoad, as he chooses to lead with Donphan, so that's good for me. I threatened him out with a Scald here, and in the past I've run a lot of offensive water types and led with them. Like against Trev week 1, I led with offensive Empoleon and blew his Nidoqueen back, so I'm thinking he may switch here. I just go for my rocks, easily my safest play. Ooh, my dog's starting to bark. So I just go for my rocks. He actually goes for his rocks, so that's fine. I have a lot of rocks weaknesses, so that kind of sucks, but I think my Empoleon has defog this game, so I'll be okay there. So I just go for Toxic here. I'm sort of expecting him to switch out into Primarina because Primarina can take any hit from Seismitoad really easily and threaten it out with like a Specs Energy Ball or something like that. And I don't want to deal with that, so I'm expecting the Primarina here. I just go for my Toxic, but he just chooses to stay in and go for EQ, which is not something I necessarily agree with. This play really threw me off because it kind of tilted me for the game a lot because he kind of needed this Donphan pretty healthy to deal with Darm. And you're going to see he's actually like a Citrus Berry set to take 2 Flare Blitzes from Darm. So I wasn't expecting him to stay in there because, you know, he needs health on this, and if I just went for Scald, he took a ton of damage, maybe even got burned, and for what? To get like 30% on Seismitoad, which he doesn't even really need chip on to win. Like, the mon he really needs chip on this game is Empoleon, because he has a, well, I guess I'll spoil it, he has Scarf Gren, and that's easily his way of winning the game because it outspeeds Darmanitan, and his Jolteon does not. So, I don't know why exactly he's choosing to go for EQ, but I guess I'll listen to his video and see why that was the case. But either way, that's the play he makes. I just go for my Scald this next turn as he stays in again, goes for another EQ. I see the Citrus Pop, goes for EQ. I'm thinking, alright, his Donphan's so low at this point that he might just sack it, so I just go for another Scald, as he does finally go into the Primarina. So that's fine for me. I have the easiest switch in the world to Empoleon, and I can just do that as he goes for Moonblast. And then after that, chooses to switch into Kangaskhan as I just go for my Toxic, because, you know, he might expect either like a Defog or maybe even, well, he saw Max Spadef, so maybe he's thinking maybe Gren is a free switch or Kang. Either way, Toxic is probably my most damaging move on most of those mons. So he has Kang in. I decide, you know, he's going for EQ here, or a fighting move, or even just return or power up punch. Mismagius is my best switch, you know. I decided pre-game that unless he's a crunch set, he won't be able to hit Mismagius at all. So I just go into Mismagius. He brings in Jolteon. This is actually pretty good for me because I can take anything from Jolteon relatively easily, and I don't need Mismagius healthy at all to be able to check King. And I don't even need it that healthy to be able to check Gren. Like, Spadef is pretty good, so I can take like a Volt Switch into like a Dark Pulse from Gren. But unfortunately, you're going to see he actually brings Specs Jolteon. So he's both Specs Primarina and Specs Jolteon, which I was definitely not expecting. Especially since my team has 2 ground types, I was thinking he may want to Volt Switch more freely around that, and, you know, maybe have HP Grass to hit both of them. Like if Seismitoad and Stunfisk are sufficiently low, he'll be able to go for HP Grass against either of those mons, but I was wrong, and he does have this choice spec, so he's able to knock me out with Shadow Ball here, which sucks. Because now I'm weaker to King, I'm weaker to Gren, and I'm even weaker to Crest because I can't offensively pressure it as much. But just bring in Darm here. I know he's not Scarf or anything. I can just go for Flare Blitz. He needs to sack because his Donphan's low. Crest is 2 KO'd. He does sack his Donphan. That's fine. As he brings in Gren. See, that doesn't really reveal anything to me because he doesn't know my Darm set yet. It's very likely that I'm Scarf because I pretty much only bring Scarf Darm, or I have only brought Scarf Darm this season. I brought a few different Darm sets last NPL season, but like I said earlier, this Gren is Scarf, so it's very free for him. But I'm thinking maybe he's Water Shuriken. Maybe he just knows he can take a Flare Blitz and wants to go for a Water move or even Dark Pulse because I'll be taking Recoil and I'll be in range to be knocked out. Either way, Empoleon's my safest play here. Max Spadef. Take a hit from it easily. As you see, Dark Pulse only does 24. And I can just go for a Signal Beam, because I'm thinking he may just stay in and try to get off more damage like he did with the Donphan early game. Like, he may think that Empoleon has no way to pressure Greninja, so, because regular Empoleon sets do not have a way to pressure Greninja like that, so. And he doesn't need Gren healthy at all to be able to check Darm because he is Scarf. So he goes back into King. I'm threatened out here. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way he goes for a normal move here. He's either going to go for a power-up punch or an EQ. Because he's in range of Scald plus Toxic damage. Especially if he goes for a return, he may put me in Torrent, which will just knock him out. I'm thinking, alright, there's no way. But either way, I need to be able to save this Empoleon for Gren later. So I'm thinking my best play is going into Thundy because he's either going to EQ me or he's going to power up punch. I don't think he's going for return because it won't kill this Empoleon. So I go into Thundy, and this man clicks double edge, and I just get blown back. So that's surprising to say the least. I was not expecting that. Not expecting him to bring it, and not expecting him to go for it on that turn, so that sucks. And I basically lost two of my most important mons to basically just him bringing sets that I didn't expect. So, sort of a bit of a scouting error on my part, but it's also an error because, you know, I didn't bring safer switch-ins. I didn't really have safer switch-ins, but I thought that switch-in was safe. There's no way he's going for a normal move, and he did. So, good prediction on his part, and a risky play on my part that just didn't work out. So, I just go into Gallade, because I don't want my other mons really taking Sucker Punch. And, I don't want Darm taking rocks again, and size isn't at enough HP to be able to take a double edge. And Empoleon may die to EQ if it comes in, so I go Gallade. I just go for the Drain Punch, knock him out. That's fine. He goes into Cress. I'm just able to set up an SD on this thing. He just goes for Moonblast, it does nothing. And I can just start going for knockoff. As you can see, he is the Culper Berry, but I'm able to just do a KO with knockoff anyway. So he dies. He brings in Gren. He goes for Dark Pulse. I'm still not sure that he's Scarfed at this point, so Empoleon's still my best play because if he does stay in and I'm able to get the Signal Beam off, then he'll be in Rock's range and I'll be able to maybe win with Darm late game because his Primarina is almost in Flare Blitz range, and his Jolteon is in Flare Blitz range. I can actually try to win with EQ late game because I won't be taking Flare Blitz recoil. So, lots of things to consider in this late game. I still didn't know Gren was Scarfed, and because Gren is Scarfed, the game is basically locked for him. But I still played this endgame very carefully, trying to get Darm to win. So you see he goes Primarina here. That's basically just lets me get Leftovers Recovery, as he just goes for HP Ground. And I can just wear it down into range of Darm, as that's what I do. I go into Darm, go for the EQ, knocks him out, and then I find out finally that Gren is Scarfed, and I lose the game to him just clicking Dark Pulse twice. Or I guess 3 times. So GG to David. This game was definitely a series of not necessarily misplays by me, but just reads on his part that he just made really risky but successful plays that won him the game, and I'm sort of just questioning myself on whether that's because I'm an easy player to read, or if it's because I couldn't get the read on him. I don't know. I'll have to maybe change up my style for future games, especially against players like David. So that's unfortunately going to be our game against David. We are 2-3. It does suck to go 2-3 after starting out 2-1, but that's how it goes. So I will see you guys next week. I believe we play against Adam, the Bee's Knees, and that's going to be a fun match because it's sort of a rivalry like rematch from when we played the promotion game last season. So looking forward to that, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.